The observant amongst you will have noticed that I'm back down the garage. I'm also dressed somewhere between a gnome, a thug, and maybe some sort of seafarer. The reason for that is because it is so cold down here. 1.5 degrees outside. The little heater in the garage is it's not cutting it. I think I'm going to put my heated towel rail on. See if I can get a bit more heated here, because my goodness, is it cold. I suppose a good question would be, why am I down here then if it's so cold? And of course, as always, it's really late. And the reason for that is because tomorrow I'm putting the engine back in, which through the power of editing will be probably mere seconds. So here we go. A few last bits to do. Right, recon rack is in. Took far longer than I expected it should. Partly due to the bushes, which we know aren't the best quality, but do the job. They're just a bit of a pain to fit, and also because of my own stupidity not lining this up properly. So I brought this a bit too close to the end here, but that's all now on there tight. I'm happy with that. I was touching a couple of little chips and bits and pieces down here. So move on to the next bits. Speedo drives in, clutch cable's in, accelerator cable's in, and I've been tidying up just a bit, and also wrapping bits and pieces in bubble wrap and such, just because when the engine slides across underneath here, there's a good chance it might whack something. I'd rather not smash up the things I've already painted. It will get chipped, obviously, because it's just life, but I want to make sure I minimise the risk of that as much as possible. It's 1:45 in the morning, which is obviously late or early, depending on your perspective. I think I'm near enough ready to go tomorrow. Organised chaos in here. There's a load of stuff to go in the garden, shed, wherever, just get it out of the way for the minute. But the basic plan is lift the car, axle stands underneath, get the engine out, get it up in the air, change the sump gasket from where I cocked it up before, get the exhaust manifold on there, which is in the back of the van, get the thing ready to bolt together under the car, get the engine as low as I possibly can onto the floor, and the gearbox cradle, actually, gearbox cradle's got to bolt up, get it as low as I possibly can to the floor, slide it under the car somehow, drop the car down onto it as low as I can get the car, lift the engine into the car, bolt it together. Sounds simple when you think about it like that. It's the next day. It's sunny. And we're not alone.
Cold.
It's cold. What have we done? Well, there's an engine. There's a Jim.
Hi.
Jim has lifted that engine all by himself.
I have.
It's heavy. Looks quite nice actually on the crane. Shame to put it in the car, really, isn't it? And the car is up in the air. Very up in the air, in fact. So up in the air that I'm pretty sure I'm not tall. But it's sort of here with me. So we can basically lift the car up, slide the engine under once I've fixed the bits that I buggered, and then, put the engine on and get on with it. Looking in a good position. Jim is full of sausages,
So to speak.
And we've fitted heat shield, and I forgot to take a video of this. I heat wrapped the exhaust manifold, which is all tucked away behind there, because it gets very close to the starter motor. Very close, as you can see.
If you run anyone over, they will see it.
That's true. Nevertheless, it looks a bit more factory like that. Gearbox cradle to go on, and then we'll drop it on the floor. Then suddenly it was night time, because continuity.
It's dark. It's cold.
Dark.
It's
Yes.
very cold.
That was a mission, wasn't it?
It was, rather. We got there in the end, though, didn't we?
We did. So, look, there you go, done. Looks pretty good when you look at it like that.
Lift up the bonnet.
And there we go. Here we are. Ready? Pop the hood.
Pop the hood. Pop the hood.
One engine completely fitted. I will give you a proper tour of that in just a moment. It is still the same day. It's colder. It's later, but here I am down the garage, and as promised, I'll give you a quick run through of everything that's happened. The engine is in. Now everything is in here loose, as you can see. It's a tight fit. If you've done one of these before, or you've seen one of these before, you'll know this, but look. There we go, there is the auxiliary pulleys. And, I don't know if you can quite see down the side of the gearbox. Ooh, just fits in. Let's see if I can show you underneath. There we go, look. Very close. everything's been chucked in here on the floor, and I've just gone inside because it was cold and we're tired. We had to do bedtimes and bath times, bits and pieces, all that kind of thing. Anyway, back to the car. You can see there's been some casualties. Unfortunately, lifting the engine, the strap whacking against the side of the cam cover, which is a shame, but it is what it is. I've got another one of these actually because this one was quite badly chipped. So I might send them both to be blasted, but that one, yep, that's probably had it, I'm afraid. You can see everything all in there. I haven't really done much in terms of just popping some of the hoses on and such to get them out of the way. Lots of work to do here. Got the fuel filter still to go in, which hasn't pitched up yet, which is irritating because I'd like to have done that whilst I had the opportunity. And yeah, the wiring loom's all tucked there, out of the way. So a lot to do. And the bonnet is back on. I've got a Focus throttle body on mine, and I need to change it over to the Mondeo bracket because I've got Mondeo cable and irritating, it doesn't fit. But it does look like quite a good size, so that's something. I can only get these used actually, so this one's a bit rubbed. But I'll keep an eye out for a new one. See what I can find, or at least if nothing else, I can measure the length of the thing now and make one up. Still need to do the bits of the fuse box. Still need to give this a good old detail again. This I struggled to get clean, it was absolutely filthy, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I might just take it out and leave it soaking overnight or something. Had to lose a heat shield, which I'm sad about, because it was clouting the rad on the way through. And being a front mount starter, everything is really tight. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about the heat shield yet. I might have to have a think. We'll see. But there we are, it is in.